What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 Next Gen for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build the absolute best Kevin Durant build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. This is a super good all around build. It has amazing finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, and physicals, and it has over 80 badges, so it is a super good build, and I'm going to show you how to build it right here. But before we get into that, I just want to mention really quickly, if y'all have not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you click that sub button. Only about 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel, so if you click that sub button right now you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it, helps it a lot. And also I stream 3 times a week on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously, so make sure you go follow me over there on my second YouTube and my Twitch. The links to those will be down in the description below. But with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so in this first screen, nothing really matters too much. The only thing that's important is you want your position to be a power forward. The hand, jersey number, name, none of that really matters too much. You can set that up however you want. And the reason you make it a power forward is so that you get the extra badges. You could also make it a small forward, but it's just better to make it power forward. You get a lot of extra badges. And Kevin Durant really does play power forward just as much as he plays small forward. So set it up just like that, power forward, nothing else matters. Then go ahead and click continue. Now for the body settings right here, you just want to stay first off for the height at 6'9". I believe this is Kevin Durant's height in real life, or at least this is what he's listed at. I know some people think he's taller, like 6'10", 6'11", even 7 foot, but you do want to make this build 6'9". This is so that you get every single animation. If you guys don't know, once you go above 6'9" in this game, you lose a ton of animations for jump shots, dribbling, dunking, all of that, and you don't want that. So just stay at 6'9" right there. That's where you want to be for the height. Then for the weight right here, you do want to bring this down quite a bit, all the way to 213 pounds right here, and this is the perfect weight for this build. You can see if you bring it down anymore, there's no point because you don't gain anything, and if you move it up even 1, you lose an acceleration. If you move it up 2, you lose the speed, so you don't want that. 213 pounds is the perfect spot right here. That gives you a 79 speed, 76 acceleration, and remember those will both go +4 once you get into the Gatorade facility, so those will really be like an 83 and an 80, and once you get above 95 overall, they'll go even higher. So you're going to be plenty fast enough with this build, no problem right there. This build won't feel slow at all. You're going to be flying around the court for being 6'9", so just leave your weight right there. Then you can go down to the wingspan right here. For the wingspan, you do want to bring this down 2 inches right here. This is just so that it brings up your shooting a bit. It does bring down your finishing a little bit, also some of your defense, but that's really not a big deal. You do want to have it right here at 7 foot, just so you can bring up your shooting. It brings up also your playmaking just a little bit, so that's where you want to be right there, 7 foot wingspan. Then for the body shape, this doesn't matter. You can choose whichever one you want. It won't affect the build in any way. It won't change the attributes. It won't change the badges. All it does is change how the build looks. So for me, I think most similar to Kevin Durant is probably either slight or compact. I'll just take compact, but again, you can choose whichever one you like the look of the best. Then just go ahead and click continue. Now for the attribute and badge distribution right here, first off for the finishing, you're just going to want to go ahead and max out your driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk, and then you can put your post control right here also all the way up to a 50, and that will give you your 20 defense badges right there. And as you can see, you can get just about every single good finishing badge all the way onto Hall of Fame. The only one that only gets onto gold is Slithery Finisher, and once you get above 95 overall, that actually will be able to get up to Hall of Fame. So you're going to be able to get every single good defense or good finishing badge all the way onto Hall of Fame. So that's good right there. Just leave that set up just how it is. You're going to have absolutely no problem finishing at the rim with this, just like this, and you'll get every single contact dunk animation also. So don't worry about that. Just set up your finishing just like this. Then you can go down to your shooting right here. For shooting, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and max out your mid-range, 3-pointer, and then you can bring your free throw right here also all the way up to a 77 right here, and that will give you 21 shooting badges, which again is more than enough, and you can get every single good shooting badge onto either gold or Hall of Fame. And just like with Slithery Finisher, some of these badges that only show as gold will actually be able to get up to Hall of Fame once you get above 95 overall. And at the end of the video, when I show how to put on the badges, you guys will see which badges are able to get up to Hall of Fame, so make sure you stick around till the end of the video to see that. But for right now, your shooting is more than enough just like this. You're gonna have no problem making shots consistently with this build, and I know that Kevin Durant is really like one of the best shooters in the league, and having shooting in the mid to high 80s really isn't like the absolute best you can have. But for this game, if you're gonna be 6'9", this is basically the best shooting that you can have and still be able to finish consistently. So this is gonna be more than enough shooting though, don't worry about that. 21 badges with this shooting, you're gonna be good. Then you go down to the playmaking right here. For the playmaking, you just want to max out absolutely everything right here: pass accuracy, ball handle, and speed with ball. And the reason you upgrade this so much is because pass accuracy, once you get it this high, has so much value. You can see if you bring it down 1, you lose a badge, 2, you lose another badge, 3, you lose another. So you do want to max this all the way out just so that you can get those playmaking badges. It's such high value for 1 attribute point. You get so many extra badges. So yeah, you just want to max all of this out. Obviously you can't get pro dribble moves with this build, but that's not the end of the world. You really don't need pro dribble moves to be able to dribble good in this game. You'll be good with a 73 ball handle. That's more than enough. And these 24 playmaking badges also are going to be super nice. You can never have enough playmaking badges on a build, so you're going to be good right there. Just leave your playmaking like that, then go down to the defense right here. For defense, you want to max out perimeter, steal, block, and your defensive rebound right here as well, and that will give you 15 defense badges, which again, more than enough. You can get just about every single good defense badge onto either gold or Hall of Fame. And it does show that you can't get clamps on this build. You actually can get clamps once you get up to a 96 overall and get your perimeter defense up to an 80, so don't worry about that. You will be able to get clamps, you just need to get up to a 96 overall, and those other 15 defense badges, you're going to be more than good enough with all of those selection right there. So then you can go down to physicals. For physicals, you want to max out speed, acceleration, and your stamina, just like that, and that will finish up the build right there. With your 15 defense badges, 24 playmaking badges, 21 shooting badges, and 20 finishing badges, this is 80 badges in total, and that's going to be more than enough. You're going to be an absolute demigod with this build. So once you have it all set up like this, you can just go ahead and click continue. Now for the takeover right here, obviously some personal preference. You can really choose whichever one you want. You have the option between the slasher, shot creator, sharpshooter, and playmaker takeovers, but for me, I'll probably just go ahead and take limitless range as my primary takeover, and as my secondary, maybe I'll go ahead and take finishing moves. But again, you can choose whichever ones you want, whichever ones fit your playstyle the best. Just go ahead and choose those, and you can change them once you get to 95 overall as well. So that's good, don't worry, they're not locked in for life. So just go ahead and say yes, and as you can see right here, boom, playmaking 3-level scorer, shades of Chris Webber, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Julius Randle. And the reason this build doesn't get compared to Kevin Durant is because he's listed as a small forward in this game, and this is a power forward build, but it is obviously very similar to Kevin Durant. But now I'm going to go ahead and take a quick second and show you guys how to put on the badges for this build. I recommend you stick around for this. It'll only take a second, and like I said, it will show you which badges that showed as gold on the previous screen will actually be able to get up to Hall of Fame once you get above 95. So first off, for the finishing badges right here, you're going to want to go ahead and get Acrobat all the way up to silver, Posterizer all the way up to Hall of Fame, Slithery Finisher all the way up to Hall of Fame. Like I said, once you get above 96, you can get this all the way up to Hall of Fame. Then if you took a slashing takeover like me, you're going to want to go ahead and get Heat Seeker all the way up to Hall of Fame. And then with these last few badges right here, you do have a bit of personal preference. I recommend getting Fearless all the way up to gold, Lob City Finisher onto bronze, Highlight Film onto bronze, and then Pro Touch onto bronze, just like that. You could also put Putback Boss onto bronze, which will enable putback dunks. But for me, I pretty much never do putback dunks, so I'm not going to bother wasting a badge on that. But if you do want to do putback dunks, just put that onto bronze, take off Highlight Film or something, and put that onto bronze. But for me, this is the best way to set up the finishing badges for this build, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Now for the shooting badges right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get Deep Threes all the way up to gold, Hot Zone Hunter, same thing, all the way up to gold, Blinders all the way onto Hall of Fame, Deadeye all the way onto gold. Then if you want to shoot post fades, you're going to want to get Fade Ace all the way up to Hall of Fame. I don't really do that, so I'm not going to worry about that. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and get Hot Shot all the way up to Hall of Fame, since I did take a shooting takeover. And then with my last few badges right here, I'm going to go ahead and put Catch and Shoot onto silver, and also Volume Shooter onto silver, just like that. But a few other good badges would probably be Corner Specialist, again Fade Ace if you're shooting post fades, Rhythm Shooter, Stop and Pop, maybe Tireless Shooter, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the shooting badges. But this is the best way to set it up in my opinion. You're going to be shooting lights out with these badges, no problem, 100%. You're going to be greening, so just go ahead and say yes, just like that. Now for the playmaking badges right here, obviously you have a ton of playmaking badges. So for me, I recommend going ahead and putting these into Handles for Days all the way up to Hall of Fame, Quick First Step all the way up to gold, Unpluckable all the way up to Hall of Fame, Bullet Passer all the way up to Hall of Fame, Dimer all the way up to gold, Bailout onto bronze, Downhill all the way onto Hall of Fame, which is a super underrated badge for a build like this, which can grab a rebound and just run in transition. Downhill is a super good badge. And then with this last one right here, you really have some personal preference. You can put it into Ankle Breaker, Break Starter, Needle Threader, Floor General, really anything you could put it into. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and put it into Break Starter onto bronze, just like that. Even though you do have a 90 pass accuracy, it still helps to have a Break Starter badge just onto bronze. But if you feel like you don't need that, you can put it somewhere else, like I said, maybe Needle Threader or anything else. But for me, this is the best way to set up the playmaking badges, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Now for the defense badges right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get clamps all the way up to gold. Like I said, you do need to be a 96 overall to get this badge. But once you get to 96, you'll be able to get clamps all the way up to gold. Then you're going to want to get intimidator all the way up to Hall of Fame, rebound chaser all the way up to Hall of Fame, rim protector all the way up to gold. And then with this last badge right here, you have some personal preference. You could put it into chase down, interceptor, pickpocket, pick dodger, maybe if you're playing on the perimeter instead of inside, even tireless defender, worm, box, anything like that. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and put this last one into chase down artist onto bronze, just like that. And this is how I'm going to set up the defense badges for this build. Super good defending build. Obviously really good all around defense attributes, so you should be able to guard every single position from speed boosting point guards all the way basically to post scorers. So yeah, once you have your defense looking like this, you can go ahead and say yes. And there you guys go. That's how you build the best Kevin Durant build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe to my channel if you're new. Like I said, only 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subbed to my channel. So if you click that subscribe button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And also, like I said, I stream simultaneously on my second YouTube channel and my Twitch 3 times a week. So make sure you go follow me over there. Links to those will be in the description below. But yeah, that's going to be it. All right. Peace.